Good day everyone, I am Jake Abadonga from BAT4A FSMA, and in this video we're going to tackle about Chapter 5 Warehousing. So let's begin. So the first slide is warehousing. In this lesson, another process is discussed. It is the foundation of every success of any business, especially in manufacturing businesses. It's an area that could either destroy your business or profile it into something customer trust time and time again. So another technique which is the basis of every business success is particularly in the manufacturing industry is covered in this course. And it's a field that has the potential to either ruin your company or turn it into one that clients consistently trust. So it's difficult to get it properly for the first time. We created this overview of fundamentals on warehouse procedures and management for that reason. We go over the fundamentals required to operate a warehouse, including how to set up, basic receiving, and picking and shipping. So that's all for the warehousing. So the next one is what is the difference between a warehouse and warehousing? A warehouse is a place used for the storage of accumulation of goods, while warehousing is the act of storing goods that will be sold or distributed later. It is the process of the physical storing, monitoring, and safekeeping of goods. So, although distribution centers and warehouse are often used to similarly, a warehouse essentially serves only as a storage facility. So, in contrast, distribution center not only stores items but also complete orders. So, that's all for the slides. The next one is warehousing management. It is the act of organizing and controlling everything within your warehouse and making sure it all runs in the most optimal way possible. This includes in warehouse management, a warehouse management is a set of guidelines and procedures designed to streamline operation at distribution centers and warehouse so they can achieve their goals. So this includes first one is organize the stock in the warehouse, processing and keeping up the necessary tools, managing the facilities incoming fresh goods, order picking, packing, shipping. So the next one is monitoring and enhancing warehouse efficiency. Then the last one was the majority of fast-growing businesses will make advantage of automation tools. So that's all for the warehouse management. Next one is warehousing process. So there are six typical processes in warehousing only if the business or organization employs a different kind of warehousing method might these spaces change. So the first one is the receiving goods. Receiving goods in essence, the receiving goods at the port is the first stage in the warehousing process. As part of the receiving process, products are taken off of transport equipment and inspected. So that's for receiving of goods. Then put away, the next process. The put away process is the second step in the warehousing process. So it begins with quality verifying or receives products before moving them to the storage locations. So the next step is storage. So is the storage is the process of keeping the product safe and secure. Products are obsessed for their quality, quantity, and market life. So that's for storage though. So the next stage is order picking. So this order picking is a process that only takes the place when an order is present, and this is when the items are really taken out of storage. So that's for order picking. The next one is shipping preparation. In shipping preparation, during the selection procedure, warehouse workers get the products ready for shipping. At the shipping docks, following an inspection, the items are scheduled, packaged, labeled, stuck on a pallet, and ready for transportation. So that's for shipping preparation. So in the final step, so it is the shipping. Um, The final step of warehousing is shipping. So, of course, in which products are placed into transport vehicle and delivered to the destination of the customers. So, that's all for warehousing processes. So, we're going to the next slides. Arranging the warehouse. Probably the most important step in optimizing your warehouse operation is making sure you have everything in there arranged in the most efficient way. So, in arranging the warehouse, making sure everything is set up in your warehouse in the most effective way is likely the most crucial step in optimizing your operation. Designing your warehouse layout involves balancing. So, we have two factors in this arranging the warehouse. First one is providing storage space for your inventory while still having enough working space for staff to move around and complete their tasks. So that's all for the arranging the warehouse. So with this, it is very important to design your warehouse with the following requirements. So first is receiving new stocks, unpacking area, and shipping station access or absolute stock area, warehouse office, and main storage area. For this, only in response to the inventory that will be stored in the warehouse will this region be altered. So that's all for the arranging the warehouse. So we're going to the next slides. So this is the warehouse layout. And this one is office. So shipping pickup dock, shipping pick up. So dito yung mga magpi-pick up ng mga items. So dito naman yung receiving docks and receiving area, which is dito papasok lahat ng mga item na manggagaling sa labas. So dito yung racks and shelves, shipping station. So that's all for warehouse layout. This is the example. So the next slide is warehouse elements and strategies. First one is color coding. Color coding is a technique that aids warehouse workers in determining the state and location of stock items. So that's for color coding. So next is use of software and latest logistics technologies. A company has a competitive advantage if it has the best machinery, equipment, and warehouse locations. So, important nila naman pala talaga siya. So, the next one is replenishment. Um, replenishment is a frequent approach used in all types of warehousing. This strategy essentially keeps an eye on all of the warehouse inventory and manages it using a periodic inventory approach. So next one is ABC classification. So in ABC classification divides a thing essentially into three categories. The first one is goods. A stands for items high value. Then next one is goods B for items of average value. And the last one in goods C for items that are typically out of date or the lowest value. The next one is managing of order release process. In this one aims to increase the number of orders that can be shipped correctly in a single day. Attempt to organize processes to increase efficiency. So that's all for managing order of releasing process. So in outsourcing, business frequently employ the method of outsourcing to boost their productivity. So that's for cross outsourcing. So in cross docking, um, business frequently employs cross-docking to boost operational productivity. So this is the example of cross-docking. Without cross-docking and with cross-tracking, so the first one is the 1 and 2 track, napupunta siya sa same store, sa dalawang store, then diretso na siya sa store, hindi na siya dadaan sa distributor center. So, yung procedure na to, dine-demonstrate that without crossing docking, goods are loaded into transportation equipment and sent directly to the customer's delivery address. And without being carefully inspected, Whereas when cross-docking is used, transportation facilities deliver goods and sort of them at distribution centers before sending them to retail stores or customers. So that's the example of cross-docking. So we're going to the next one. It is basic labeling. Um, the best technique to label items in a warehouse is to utilize straightforward in a alphanumeric numbers or combinations. This is a significant since it cuts down on the time it takes warehouse workers or stock pickers to identify and understand the stocks. Considering that the example is about your clothing, so this is the example of the basic labeling. Yan. Row A, shelf bin. So, pag the basic labeling is from A1, ganyan, A1, from A1. So, considering that the example is about your clothing, all of your medium-sized blue t-shirt will be located in a row A, which is this one, row A. And then shelf B and bin 1. This pattern can be carried on indefinitely. Um, in bigger warehouse with more rows, we need to add a little more detail, like in this the second examples. A1, A1, A2, A2, B1, B1. So that's the bigger warehouse. So that's the example of basic labeling. So we're going to the next slides. Picking systems. In picking system, we are all familiar with the warehouse picking procedure. However, most medium to large size merchants or wholesaler utilize the distinct picking tactics since they boost productivity. So we have example of that. This one, picking system. These are the four main picking system or method used by medium to large retailers. First is single order, batch picking, zone picking, and wave picking. So in single order, the optimum selection approach is a single order. Here is the area where a picker will complete one order at a time before moving into the next. Onto the next. It works well. So it works well for small and newly established merchants who cannot yet afford the advantage of more sophisticated selection techniques. So that's for single order. The next one is batch picking. Batch picking is when a figure is given a batch of several orders to pick all at once before returning to the packing station. A new batch will then be given to the picker so to select from. And the next one, the third one is zone picking. Pickers are assigned to a specific area when zone picking occurs. They will only be able to choose stocks in the areas to which they have been assigned. And pickers in each zone add any necessary items to an order as it moves through all of them before being returned to a packing desk. So that's for zone packing. And the last one is wave packing. Wave picking. Wave picking. So wave picking, this approach works well for business who frequently dispatch a lot of orders for different items while still demanding a lightning fast workflow. So our tip, there are few pickers, single or low item orders. It is it is or if cost is more essential than dispatch speed. So that's for wave picking. So we're going to the next slide. Packing. Um, in fucking and learn in the previous lesson about fucking or packaging that it is changed to totally ensure that you are shipping the right products to the appropriate customers in the most effective manners. So things to consider in the fucking process. First one is box size and packing materials. So in box size, in addition to the package's weight, the box size affects the cost of doing businesses. And The last one is packaging materials. Choosing the best packaging material for a product is crucial to the packing process since it protects the goods throughout transit while reducing the damage and packaging weight. So the common packing materials is airfilo, shredded wool, packing peanuts, and bubble wrap, shredded paper, and the last one is crunch paper. So in airfilo, are plastic bags packed with air that provide good protection and are a very lightweight but they take effort to inflate. So in shredded wool is a lightweight, loose fill wool that offers only minimal shock absorption. Packing peanuts from it is a foam packing peanuts that can be recycled or biodegraded. So in bubble wrap naman is product are packed in two layers of bubble wrap which is secure with sellotape. So this is the most nagagamit ngayon sa online shipping. Ganun. In shredded paper naman, paper that has been shredded offer cheap and lightweight protections. And the last one is crunch paper. Paper that has been crumpled. A paper dispenser company. So this common packing material is the one that usually used for online shipping so that the item can be safe to return or to na nakapunta na doon sa pinanggalingan. So the last one is shipping orders. The following steps can help you achieve a smooth flow of shipping your product. But before that, shipping orders, we all know that the last step in the warehousing and processes is shipping orders, which is done carefully in order to preserve both efficiency and product quality. So this is the smooth flow of shipping your product. With the package, print out relevant shipping labels, mark your order, send out shipping informations. Um, With the package, waiting your shipment is crucial since it establishes the shipping cost and the best transportation facility to employ, particularly if the products or commodities are large and particularly heavy. So that's for wait the package. And print out relevant shipping labels, including waybill, sales invoices, etc. and etc. So to create mailing labels because it gives the first details regarding the cargo you're delivering. Delivery receipts and other documents of these stages are crucial. And the next one is marking order. Several companies use computer software to keep track of their items, so particularly those that need to be delivered and are currently in the shipping process. The last one is send out of confirmation is typically done by logistics staff to let those in charge know that an item will be dispatched. This step is crucial since it indicates when and where to ship an item as well as when to expect to receive. So that's all for this reporting and thank you for listening.